Hello, this is Grant reporting from his new chair. I got it from the shopping channel. In this video we're looking at all the strange things that I do, my weird habits and crazy things that I do when people aren't around. So here's my crazy list. So one of the things I hate doing in the morning is brushing my teeth, and on the occasions when I do, every time I finish brushing my teeth and wipe my mouth, I go and do a cheesy smile to the mirror, which is very weird. I do in fact talk to myself, which I think is a good thing, because a lot of people think it's something, sign of being crazy. But a lot of the time when I'm on the till, I'll talk to myself just to reaffirm that I'm doing things right. And but I do talk to myself a lot at the house, because fuck off, cat, biting me. Yes. Yeah, a lot of the time around the house I'll talk to myself a lot of the time. I'll go, "Oh, come on, G-Mac, get going. You got things to do." And I think it's a good thing. I like talking to myself. Perhaps it's because I don't have many friends, But I think it's a really good thing to talk to yourself, because it's sort of like a reaffirming way of getting around, and I think it helps me get through life. Here's a good example. Yesterday, when I came back from work, there was this massive, great chair that the bastards had left outside, and I'd done like 4 hours work, overtime, and I just came back and I was like, fuck you, why can't you be asked to lift this up the stairs, and I just said it out loud, like, you bastards, so yeah, that's kind of talking to yourself, but not really. This is probably one of my favourite ones. Every time my boyfriend goes away for like a business trip, or he goes to see his mother, I lock the doors. Even though we live in a flat which has, you have to get through one door and then another door and then another door. My main door I will bolt, and I will, double lock it, because I'm that conscious of, people breaking in. That probably comes from the fact that I've watched so many programs about crime and murder that I'm paranoid. But I will do it every time, lock that bolt, because, imagine I'm sleeping and the only persons who can make noises in this house are that cat and me. So, I will get extremely anxious if I hear other noises. And that's why, I always knew that if I got my own house, that would be something that I'd have an issue with, because I would get frightened. So in my daily routine, I'll make a cup of coffee, and every cup of coffee I will put ice cubes in. I put 6 ice cubes in each cup of coffee that I drink. And that's because I like to drink coffee swiftly. I don't want to wait around until it gets cold. So, usually, all the time, I'll just drink. So basically, I drink it cold most of the time. But I like to just get it down, because you need that energy fast. And that's one of my weird things. People will probably say, well, why the fuck do you do that? Why don't you just wait? You're so lazy. But no, I think, I drink, can't be asked to wait for it to calm down, cool down. I do it at work as well, because they have like a cold water cooler, and every time I just pour the coffee. You haven't got time in a break. You haven't got time to wait around to get it cold. So you've just got to get it down. I'll just add a point there that you can't wait around for the coffee to get cold, although the coffee itself does absolutely nothing to give you any more energy. Oh yes, the OCD. My boyfriend is terrible for OCD, by the way. He scrubs until the walls are sparkling. He just goes mad. But myself with OCD, basically on the tills, my till, I'm always sorting things out. If it's messy, on my little table that I've got here, I'll have to clean it, because I'll just be like, it'll be nagging me that that's dirty, and I'll have to clean that, because it has to be organised. I'm quite an organised person, though someone once said that I'm not an organised person. But I am, because, I have lots of little systems, which I think we're coming up to in a minute. But, yeah, so like, for example, if I'm at a till myself and I'm paying for something, and like there's something messy there, or something's out of place or not organised, I'll tidy it up. And when I'm actually doing checkouts, I'll put the stuff in like, so it's all neat and tidy and not all over the place. Yes, I have little systems, I actually, every bit of piece of card or paper that can be used again, I'll turn it into notepaper. And I've got this little box of notepaper. These little square pieces like this, which I cut up, and I think it's a good way to recycle. You know, I don't like wasting things, so it's my little way of saving the planet. One thing that I'll do, which is to do with my anxiety, is because I'm such an awkward person in conversation. I will say really short conversations. So I'll say hi to someone, and you know, I'll just like say hi, and then it just becomes so awkward, so horribly awkward for both parties. And if it's been a particularly awkward situation, I will make a face as I'm walking away. I'm like. And another thing I do actually is that, you know, I'll think back on a conversation and I'll sort of just laugh at it, because I'll think, oh, you know, that was just, oh, no. And maybe I'll think, because in my head I'm thinking, oh, you know, did I say that right? Is that right? Is that a good thing to say? Is that the right thing to say? You know, and I'll just be thinking, oh, maybe that's a bit rude. Oh. And I'll literally do that to myself and go, oh, maybe that's a bit too rude. Oh. And I wish I wasn't like that. I really do, because it's a horrible part of my personality, and it kills me every time I have an awkward conversation. I always think I'm Mr. Awkward, because, you know, people go away after talking to me and they just think, oh, that was terribly awkward. God, I don't like talking to him because he's just awkward. Now, these last two aren't technically weird habits of mine, but they're kind of slightly similar, so we'll put them in. I think the world has got to a point where you know, it's not very hopeful. You know, you don't wake up in the morning and think, oh, the world's in a good place. I don't think it is. I don't like politics. Politics, you know, there's a lot of bickering, and I don't really want to get involved because I like my simple life, because, you know, that's my thing. But, you know, I don't think, you don't wake up in the morning and think this is a good world, because there's a lot of things wrong with it. You know, the fact that, you know, for example, you go into a supermarket and there's this evil thing where items have got smaller but you're still paying the same price. That's something that's like a kick. It's not as it was. And the fact that there's so much drug use, you know, the fact that that's not really, I don't feel, is being dealt with efficiently enough. And so there's just a few things why I think the world is going pear-shaped. But there are other things. And this last one, I have a lot of opinions, which I have to keep up here because no one will agree with me. But I do have a lot of opinions on things. Opinions that are not welcome. But people just won't agree, so there's no point. Like what I'd like to do to Jodie Whittaker, which includes lots of blood and lots of things like that. And I was thinking about this the other day. You know, how far would they go to destroy Doctor Who? You know, how far will they go? You know, if Davros was a woman and they like did some stupid thing with his hair and made him all feminine, you know, Davros says, "Oh, I've decided to have a sex change." You know. But yeah, I mean, there are lots of things that I believe, but nobody else does. And that's kind of a bit lonely in a way, because I wish more people did have opinions about things that I have opinions about.